right, XRP, circle of relatives, in case you don't agree with within the bear, if you don't consider in Brad Goinghouse, in case you don't consider in President Trump, you better consider in something due to the fact days like nowadays are the ones that absolutely are going to be checking out your conviction. Markets coming backtrack today, and from our essential studies and the investments that we have been making, I think we will confidently agree within ourselves and believe in the assets that we've got invested in, because we're seeing right now Pax Gold taking pictures off above $2,900. Gold in any respect time high, silver pushed as much as $33, and XRP, regardless of being pulled again right here these days, I'm going to provide an explanation for why that is placing this up for the next release higher. That's right. And via the manner new merch will be losing day after today at the website, make certain you men test that out. And the subsequent series is going to be losing is the endure by means of the half. That's really wherein we're at proper now, right? The endure is leading us out of the hurricane into the clean, despite the fact that right here I am status beneath hurricane clouds. The sun turned into popping inside and outside of the clouds. And so I had the shades on, and then this huge cloud rolls in over me, and now we are back in the darkish again. We're just drowned. But I'm leaving the shades on as it's windy. Hopefully no longer too windy for the audio on this video. But you men realize what I say when the markets are down, days like these days, cross outdoor and touch a few grass, breathe a few clean air. And so I did not assume I become going to be capable of contact grass here nowadays. We were given approximately an inch of snow the day prior to this. Washington doing what Washington does, and it is all melted off here, and now it's as much as about 38 stages. Nonetheless, you guys did not come here for the climate file. You got here right here to peer what's happening in those markets. And I'll break it down. It's quite simple, guys. An overreaction to the Trump tariff trade battle. Now, that is going to have a big impact, and I'm going to be feeling for the Canadians, the businesses down in Mexico that, already know basically nearly 80% of Canada's exports are coming to America. 84% of Mexico's exports are coming to America. So this Trump tariff deal is going to have a big impact on you guys, and I am going to be feeling for you men. Americans might not be unscathed. We are going to experience a little bit from this as nicely too, and it's going to get tied out here. But Trump, recollect, Trump's now not a big inventory guy, and he knew that they had been handing him over a dumpster hearth. And so I agree with this factor. He's simply going to permit this aspect go. He's ripping off the Band-Aid, which I would choose. I might decide on that. We simply rip off the Band-Aid as opposed to dragging this component on all the time. And we recognize that they passed him a terrible economic system. They've been lying about the monetary records. It's not simply me saying this. This isn't politics, men. This is economic information. And so we had a hyped up inventory marketplace and fake economic statistics. That's what Trump were given handed alongside all the other issues. And that is why he is setting the price list on Canada and on Mexico. It is about the border. Yes, we want a fair trade deal and a level gambling field. And parents got to understand, to get a stage playing subject, you realize there is going to be a little bit of ache to get there, a little bit of sacrifice which possibly want to be made. And I suppose it's going to be tremendous for Americans. There's no reason that the US fairness marketplace needs to come back down an awful lot extra than finding its essential cost, which we've stated that our stock marketplace turned into already puffed up. So it is healthful that we're now moving again in the direction of an extra fundamental. You already know fee to profits ratio on those hyped up shares. As far as cryptos, is there any purpose to be worried at all? Approximately XRP dipping down to $210.50 these days. No, it is a low volume day, and in fact before I got out here to do that video, I checked on Coinbase, and the volume for XRP is the primary spot, just shy of $1,000 million of extent on XRP USD pair in the past 24 hours. What this tells me is that Americans are buying up the dip that got here from market maker magicians manipulating us back down here over the past 24 hours. XRP all the way down to $2.50. However, permit me remind you what simply happened at $2. We were given 3 possibilities to select up XRP beneath $2. It got here lower, back 3 instances to $2 earlier than it blasted off to $3.40. The identical issues occurring right now. This is the 1/3 and final circulate lower, back beneath. All right. So finger wag 3 hits you at 6WXR1/3 and final circulate lower, back beneath. Look well. Okay, so your third opportunity to buy it underneath $3. What a blessing to get it all of the way returned to 250 natural manipulation. And it will get bought returned up, just like you are witnessing proper now, just like I'm seeing at the order books. The inflows are coming into XRP, and what pushed us down become market maker magicians over the weekend, manipulating these markets, just like they did last weekend with the deep, are searching for AI. See, our markets are already simply looking for an excuse. In particular, the stock marketplace. The DeepSeek AI popped, NVIDIA popped the tech bubble that had already virtually popped, but it just exacerbated that. And then this week we get the Trump-Altona battle going live, and it is going to get unsightly. It might get a touch bit hard. But like I said, Trump, he does not care at this point. He knew that they were going to blame him. He knew that they had been going to hand up the dumpster hearth, overvalued shares, overvalued actual estate and financial facts that turned into faux. And so he's simply going to lean into that. That's what you're witnessing proper now. He's ripping the Band-Aid off 25% tariffs. And what I'm very interested, I want to hear from you men, is why is China being so quiet approximately this? We've heard from Canada, they've applied the tariffs, and I don't know, they may be going to tear up our Teslas and tear off our liquor K. It's not sincerely going to harm us all that horrific. Mexico says that they may be going to bring retaliatory tariffs as nicely too. I do not know what they are going to attempt to hit us with, but it is nevertheless but to be seen. But China, we hit them with a 10% tariff. We haven't heard an aspect from China, so I'm fascinated to listen from you guys as to why that is probably. But again, to XRP, I consider that that is the very last pullback under $3, instant order flows. It's all coming in proper now on XRP. And I suppose that we are going to be again above 3.3 right here, right away. Folks are going to be kicking themselves for not shopping for this dip, and we're going straight to 4 greenbacks. I suppose we are able to stretch up, even up to approximately $4.50 right here in February. I recognize my prediction become all-time excessive remaining month. That's nice. The prediction still stands. Timeline's been extended. I've been here for 6 years in XRP, and this timeline's been prolonged. Seemingly the complete time I've been in XRP, we thought it turned into going to send off on a moonshot. But we've got established new ground prices for XRP. I am no longer going to bother you. I do not know what chicken that was, but they did not need me coming over in their place. So we are lower back up to $4 here in no time in February. Like I stated, overreaction to the price lists. And although it does get virtually terrible, I mean, despite the fact that that is a March 2020 style correction, it sends us into a recession in the first half of this year. Like I said, we've got to undergo this pain. We've got to make this sacrifice to get on the extent gambling field. And this could permit the real belongings with fundamental cost to transport towards that reflective charge. And I'm talking about gold going to an all-time excessive. We are already there. Silver at 33 greenbacks. Quick observe on that. Mexico produces a large quantity of the silver. This is produced international, and in particular silver that is brought up right here in America. I'm waiting to listen, Andy Sheckman. I'm hoping to get him on inside the subsequent week, no longer this week, but the subsequent week we are hoping to get Andy at the show and get the replacers to how basically the dealers and the marketplace is taking place, essentially at the, again, stop of the silver marketplace. But this is going to have a drastic effect on the charge of silver. And so I became kind of, you realize, I asked about a $50 silver the previous day, and I said, turn a coin, and we're heading there inside the next 24 months with this tariff, or if this keeps, we could without a doubt see silver going to 50 greenbacks this 12 months easily, conveniently. Remember, the paper marketplace is the charge that we are searching at, and the spot marketplace can even be, or at least when you pass select up from the provider, it could be even extra than what you're seeing on that paper traded charge at the gold non-stop settlement. That went up to $33 the day gone by.